So I'm going to get like a little knife and try to cut those beeswax pieces up because I don't want that getting any hotter. It's up to 150, the same as a lye right now.
Okay.
And if I have to cool it, it's going to be hard getting it down fast. That's part of the issue. So, see, I should have had those.
You need one that you don't have. Well, you don't have one here, but you got those coleslaw graters, right?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Oh yeah.
It just gets real sticky on there. I've tried that before.
Oh, it's hard. Well, if you do it cold, does it shave down when it's cold?
No, because you know beeswax has kind of a sticky consistency to it.
Yeah.
It almost like clogs up the.
So you don't want to put that in the blender then, or
Ooh,
food processor.
no, unless you want it for days. That's not good. Yeah, just getting these a little smaller before you put them in there.
Cheese slicer, would that work? Remember those hand cheese slicers?
Well, I'll tell you what, I use a hammer and a screwdriver.
You freeze them, then whack them with a hammer.
Well, I never thought about freezing it. It might shatter it more.
Yeah, put it in a plastic bag and then bang.
Once I get this in, you can come over. Why don't you come over? Because as long as you stand out here just so nothing splashes on you. This is pretty clear in here at this point. Okay, now you pour it in slowly and you keep stirring. And it just totally clouds up the mixture. Alright? Okay, so here we go. Okay, now you can just watch this. Okay,
is that the outcome of the yellowish color? Your soap bar is going to be yellow.
No, because it will change color.
To what?
Okay.
Oh, today.
It starts getting, it gets a lighter yellow, and then it starts turning.
Oh, then when you add this other stuff in there too, it'll change the color.
Yeah, but then even when it's going through that 3 or 4 week process, it even changed colors. Yeah. So
you don't know what you're going to get until like the 4-week period.
Yeah, if you try a new soap recipe, you really have to try it once and see what kind of bar of soap you get at the end.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is I'm shooting for those bars you got over there.
Yeah.
She knows what color they are.
Yeah, isn't it something? Now, okay, you want to keep stirring because what you're doing is really mixing all the stuff that you put in there together. If you don't mix the bottom, like all the edges, sometimes you get the lye going down to the bottom and setting in pockets, and then when you go to pour it in, you'll get this pocket of lye in there which you can't then use, because that pocket of lye will stay in there over that 3 or 4 weeks, and then when you go to cut it, you have lye coming out. No. So what you want to do is make sure that you stir, while everything's going on in here.
What about a flat bottom spoon? You don't use them, do you?
Well, you
or
could.
Or did you think of it?
No, I mean you could. I just find that this is big enough.
Yeah.
There are some other things that I've heard from soap makers that they stir it initially, maybe for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they'll walk away from it and do whatever, clean up their stuff. And then they'll come back and stir it again, and they say that doesn't really, not stirring it doesn't hurt the soap. I've tried that before, and it's true. It hasn't done anything, but just making this small batch, seeing that it only traces at like 20 minutes, it may trace a little sooner, so I don't want to leave it unmixed.
You tell us what's in there again, Lyn.
Well, this is olive oil and beeswax, and then distilled water and lye. And we're just stirring this so that we can help the chemical reaction come about. And we're going to wait for it to trace, which means it's gotten to a point where the chemical reaction is gelling the mixture. It's going to look like sour cream. It's going to start getting really thick, and when I go like this on the top, I'll be able to see the drops from the mixture.
Oh, you want that to harden so
Yes,
that the drops
it
sit
will
on
get
top.
thick enough that I'm going to be able to see these drops on the top, but I don't see that yet.
Now, if you were using, and the chlorophyll is not going to discolor it though, is it?
It'll make it green, a greenish tint.
Yeah, tint. Okay.
Right, but see, you really have to. Now you see, it seems like it's getting thicker still. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 'cause it's really...
You got to get one of them little mixers and hold my hand.
Well,
I can get you one of them.
and I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons. Just let it go. Okay, we're gonna mix that in. Remember, it's an oil, so it's gonna be sitting on top. So you really want to mix it in. Okay,
does
it's
smell
still
good.
getting thicker.
Oh, your peppermint oil.
That's all right.
Yeah, don't get that on the
I usually don't wear these gloves when I'm doing this. And I'm going to put this in. Do you see how it's getting much thicker? Okay. Now you have to watch because it's, this wants to clump. So you want to break up those clumps. Okay, and I'm going to come right at you because I'm going to pour it. Okay, John, watch yourself.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to pour this in here.
What if you would use a glass bread
Yeah.
loaf?
Like a
Yeah,
bread
you could use it.
Big though.
You have to think
bread
about
pan.
how
You
you're
can
going to get
one
it
of those
out.
glass anchor hawking ones, just
How are
like
you going
that.
to get it out?
Would you
Oh, right.
line it? Would you have to line it
Well,
first?
I would imagine if you lined it with, I'm just putting the extra in here.
You mean like put Crisco on the walls?
No,
No.
'cause still, how would you push
Something
it
to
out?
lift it
I
up.
Yeah.
would probably use freezer paper, maybe.
Is there a difference between freezer paper and wax paper?
Yep.
It's a
Is
little
there?
thicker. Yeah.
Freezer paper is. Okay, because I've
It's
never bought it.
expensive too.
Okay.